8:50 exactly, and there is a peaceful protest being planned for later this week on the 27th of October. But let's just go back to 27th of October 1947, while the British colonialists were busy carving up the Middle East, including Kashmir, because they couldn't decide who, Kashmir obviously was part of Pakistan at the time. Uh, there's been that ongoing struggle against the occupation and atrocities of Indian forces way back since 1947. Till today, the poor Kashmiri people are in absolute limbo. Let's talk about this peaceful process. Let's talk to Rana Zahid, what organization she is representing and why this is so close to her heart. Rana, assalamu alaikum, welcome to the program.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm good, Maaf Rana. I refer to you as a lady there.
That's
Um,
cool.
you are
Thanks.
very passionate about this Kashmiri issue, are you not? And you are planning a peaceful protest. Talk to us about it.
Thanks a lot for inviting me on your platform. I really appreciate that. As a member of PASA, as a president of PASA Johannesburg, PASA is a non-profit organization, is an NGO called Pakistan Association Southern Africa, and we're based in all Southern African countries. And we are registered by the law of South Africa. Basically, our issue is when British was ruling in subcontinent and India was split in two countries in Pakistan and India. So the viceroy of Hind, his resolution was in 1940 that wherever those are in majority, that should be Hindustan, and wherever Muslims are in majority, that should be Pakistan.
Mm.
And unfortunately, Jammu and Kashmir was 99.9% holding by Muslim community, by Muslim people. But that Raja, that king, was Hindu, and his name was Hari Singh. So what he actually did in basically in August, 14th of August, Pakistan became separated, and in 15th of August, India became separated. But still, the Kashmir was a state, and it was holding by a king of Hindu, and his name was Raja Hari Singh. So what he did, he actually jumped into India, and he signed an agreement with India that he's merging Kashmir with India. But
Mm.
the resolution was taken place in 1940. It was clearly decision by in a British regime that wherever Muslims are in majority, that should be Pakistan. So the people of Kashmir, they wanted to be a part Pakistan, but because of political issues and political scenarios, and because of Indians, what they merged into that Hari Singh merged Kashmir into India. Since that
Rana,
time,
let me ask you this
Kashmiris
question.
are struggling.
Right. We know this goes right back to the time of partition, and it's a crying shame that the issue hasn't been resolved.
Yes,
But in terms of current day Kashmir, do they want self rule or are they happy to merge into Pakistan? What's the situation there?
yes. In when that happened on 27th of October, and it was a big conflict, and it was a first war in between India and Pakistan over
Mm.
Kashmir. India took this case into United Nations, and that there was a resolution, resolution number of 47 in United Nations, and the United Nations that time they took decision and they said Kashmiris should vote and they must decide where they want to go. But till today, India is playing his games and they don't want any democracy there, any elections taking place there. Why? Because you must remember in that small valley, more than 800,000 Indian troops are there. and they're destroying everything there. They're killing innocent people there. They're taking their business over. So you must remember, we're living in a South Africa, and you know, South African army, how many they are? I think that they are not more than
Okay.
300,000. But in that small
All right.
valley, India is
Rana, I'm
occupying
going to have to
more
rush
than
you there.
800 troops.
Unfortunately, we are out of time. So basically, what's happening in Kashmir is exactly what's happening in Palestine. Be that it
Yes,
may,
thank you very
talk
much.
to us. Talk to us about the protest that's happening this week.
Yes. So, as a responsible citizen, and we know very well, here in South Africa, we had that same apartheid issue, and we have our forefathers and our elders, they went through on that critical scenario and critical situation. So, what we want to do as a responsible citizen, we having a peaceful protest in front of Indian consulate in Parkland in Johannesburg on 27th of October, in between 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We want to give them a memorandum where it's written that India must go on United Nations regulations, and they must allow poor Kashmiri people to go for a voting, and they should decide. Those people, they should decide, are they want to be a part of Pakistan, or they want to be a part of India. So actually, the people they're living there, they got the right to decide what they want to do. That's our issue, and that's why we are going there, and hopefully we'll be there in a big uh, uh, amount of people, and we will request our local people, our each and every, you can say all
Okay,
those.
inshallah, undoubtedly, the local Muslim people of Johannesburg, South Africa, will
Not
come
only
out in
local
full
Muslim
support.
people.
It
It's
is on the
about
27th of
whoever
October
got the
between
heart
1.
and whoever got the pain of people, of Indian
Okay.
and Kashmiri
Unfortunately,
innocent people.
Rana,
They
I
must
am
come
so
and join us.
sorry. Mark, I need
Whether
to
they are
leave it
black,
there.
whether they are Indian, whether they are white, whether they are Hindus,
Okay.
whether they are Muslims. They must come and join us because
Inshallah. Inshallah, that's where we have to leave it. I'm really sorry to cut you off, but it's time for the 9 o'clock news. Salaam alaikum to you and all the best.
Walaikum Salam. Thanks so much.